John Durham of Connecticut, that's right, John Durham of Connecticut, is the man who has the power to criminally indict deep state. Oh man, I'm all over it, man. I'm all over this. I'm combing the web for pieces of intel. Absolutely. Deciphering, linking dots, putting it all together. Listening to Chris Plant. I've had Chris Plant on all morning long. He's spot on. Laser fucking point spot on. And so I, in the past weeks, along with everyone else on the right who is of a conservative Republican nature, who believes in, adheres to conservative Republican values, embraces rather is a better expression, word to describe that. But I mean, I do adhere to conservatism. I do adhere to it as well. So John Durham, I read this and I meant to say that we've all of us who follow the goings on of the corrupt left, deep state, so-called resistance, we've been following all of their activities as closely, forensically as humanly possible. And it's all coming to light. So I came upon, I believe by way of the Smart Dumb News app, because, fuck Smart News app is my opinion, because they're on the left as well, while pretending they have this little thing that's obfuscated. It's obfuscated. It's like there, but it's like you gotta kind of look around for it, and they pretend on the Smart Dumb News app. They call it the Smart News app. I call it the smart fucking piece of shit, dumb as fuck app, because like I've talked about before, they have their liberal bias shit pinned to it. So when you open the app, you have to see their liberal bullshit in order to get to your custom tailored news. And then they have this little, it's like a blue and red, blue that blends in between blue, red. It turns like purple. And that's supposed to be their, middle ground. And, so they pretend look, get news on both sides. But it's really slanted to the left because their shit is pinned so that you have to see their fucking bullshit. And I've talked about this before. Why don't they just unpin their fucking stupid liberal left shit? Because they want you to be subjected to it in order to view their fucking stupid smart news fucking piece of shit app. So I believe it was by way of the Smart News app that I happened to find this article. Maybe it wasn't, I can't remember. It's not important at this point. But nonetheless, this article is in defense of the right. And I am on the right. And it says, this is from the Hartford, as in Hartford, Connecticut. Hartford Courant. Anyone who wants validation and to be vindicated in terms of the sham impeachment process that's been taking place, if you're sick and goddamn fucking tired, I'm one Sir Grove. This is C4CW casting 495 celebrities worldwide. Today is Monday, 9 December 2019 start date. So it's Monday, and I've been following this shit for as long as it's been in effect. This Adam fucking shit for brain shifty shift traitor to the United States of America. This guy is going down politically. Everything the fuck he has done is going to result in him being criminally indicted. Senate is going to ask him, so, Mr. Schiff, you know that what you've been doing is treason and fraud, and you know it's all made up and none of this shit is real. You're going to be arrested, Adam. You are going to be criminally indicted. This has gone beyond civil. You are involved in crimes against America. You are knowingly and willfully engaged in maximum high crimes. Treason. All of this is made up. And like the Observer had pointed out, this that you have done to America is based on 8 lines of text from a completely, totally benign telephone conversation. You and Deep State, you and fucking Jerry Nadler, the Penguin, you took goddamn 8 lines of text and pretended like Donald Trump abused his office of power. You created a completely abused his power in office, and his office you claim he abused. You took 8 lines of perfectly harmless, perfectly benign, perfectly devoid of any crime, perfectly normal conversation, and you spun it into some narrative where your fucking goddamn stupid, heinous, fucked up partner, Nancy fucking Pelosi, claims that is grounds for immediate impeachment proceedings. You're all out of your batshit crazy fucking treasonous minds. You are all subversive and have sought to undermine a sitting, standing, duly elected president. You have gone out of your way to create this illusion based on 8 lines of text. Your whistleblowers are all frauds. They're not for real. The attorneys representing them are fucking frauds and are instrumental in having helped to orchestrate this whole facade. You're all charlatans. You're all involved in treason. Mark Zaid, treason. You, Adam Schiff, treason. Nancy Pelosi, treason. There's no logic behind this thing. Nancy Pelosi takes 8 lines of text and says, those are grounds for impeachment. We must move hurriedly right now, right away, when there are 8 lines of harmless text. You create or attempt to create this whole fucking illusion that Donald Trump has been involved in something improper when nothing improper took place, Mr. Schiff. Stand down from the lectern, come down from the podium, turn around, cuff up. You're being arrested by the United States government. Now, Mr. John Durham here has the power to criminally indict you, Adam Schiff, for treason, for high crimes, for abusing your position in power. Your power. For abusing the little power that you had that you abused. You, Mr. Schiff, are now being criminally indicted. For your lies, for your deception, for your deceptions, for your abuse of power of subpoena, phone records. You know what, Adam Schiff? We're going to subpoena your phone records. And Joe Biden's. And Hunter Biden's. And Barack Obama's. And Hillary Clinton's. And we're going to make that information public. Because we're the U.S. Senate. And we have the upper hand in your fucking scheme, Mr. Adam Schiff. Mr. Adam Schiff, let me ask you something. Did you ever think for a moment that you would not be arrested? I'm talking about criminally indicted, as is now the case, for the shit you have been doing to America. Mr. Schiff, what type of arrogance? What type of pomposity and loftiness? This is what you have done with your career? You are a disgraced fucking piece of shit attorney. You are involved in a coup attempt against an elected president of the United States of America. How could you have not known that you would be arrested for these acts, for these high crimes? Along with your phony whistleblower, along with the phony whistleblower's attorneys who are part of the orchestration, along with your whole group of coup plotters. How could you have thought that you in the 21st fucking goddamn century, Mr. Adam Schiffless, how could you have thought for 1 nanosecond that you would not be held responsible, held accountable, and not criminally charged and prosecuted along with James Comey, Andrew McCabe, and now Robert Mueller. Oh, and Hillary Clinton, who's now being criminally indicted, and a former president who was part of the coup plot, Barack Obama, for his illegal criminal dealings, as well as those of the Bidens who are now under criminal investigation. Mr. Schiff, cuff up. You're going to federal detention. Yeah. Hey, Adam Schiff, guess what? John Durham, criminal indictments against you, motherfucker. You're an un-American, unpatriotic traitor. Unequivocal, quintessential traitor to the United States of America. You've tarnished your reputation. You're disgraced. You're an embarrassment in front of the world. And you should expect to spend the rest of your time in a federal detention facility, along with the rest of in a federal detention facility, fitting for those of you who seek to become the world's most notorious domestic terrorists.